Saturnino Herrán's Coatlicue Transformed, painted in 1918, offers a window into the past to examine how modern Mexican artists used pre-Hispanic traditions to shape national identity. Today, we are exploring the artwork's connections to the original Aztec Coatlicue sculpture and the Teotihuacan imagery, particularly the Great Goddess. What makes this painting so remarkable is the way Herrán reinterprets ancient symbols to create something both contemporary and rooted in tradition. In Coatlicue Transformed, the past and present merge, inviting viewers to consider the ongoing relevance of indigenous heritage in modern Mexico. Herrán painted Coatlicue Transformed during a period of huge cultural and political transformation after the Mexican Revolution. Artists and scholars were exploring how to define a uniquely Mexican identity, turning to indigenous traditions as a source of authenticity and national pride. In his painting, Herrán reimagines Coatlicue not as the terrifying goddess shown in the Aztec sculpture, but as a figure who is monumental yet approachable. Surrounded by living indigenous people who live in the scene as active members of a shared cultural narrative, by doing this, Herrán emphasizes that Mexico's pre-Hispanic past is not a distant metaphor, it is a living force that continues to shape modern identity. This approach reflects a broader artistic trend in early 20th century Mexico, where artists felt the need to link historical periods and create a cohesive vision of Mexican culture that merged the pre-Hispanic, colonial, and modern eras. To fully appreciate Herrán's reinterpretation, we must look at the original Coatlicue sculpture from Tenochtitlan, now held in the National Museum of Anthropology. This massive andesite statue embodies a powerful duality between creation and destruction, which is central to Aztec cosmology. The sculpture's serpentine head, necklace of hands and hearts, and clawed feet convey a sense of divinity, both beautiful and terrifying. Its symmetry and scale are purposely ginormous, which confronts viewers with the overwhelming presence of the goddess, a figure who both nurtures and consumes. Herrán, however, transforms this imagery. In Coatlicue Transformed, the goddess retains her monumentality, but her presence is softened. Her ferocity is replaced with dignity, emotional depth, and a maternal feel. While the serpent motifs remain, they are integrated into a body that feels human and compassionate. Herrán also merges Coatlicue with subtle Christian imagery, creating a bond between indigenous and colonial traditions that reflect Mexico's complex cultural history. Through this transformation, Coatlicue becomes not a figure of fear, but a unifying symbol, a maternal presence representing continuity, resilience, and the enduring significance of indigenous heritage. Herrán's painting also draws from visual traditions that predate the Aztecs, particularly the female deity shown in Teotihuacan murals, often referred to as the Great Goddess. The female deity shown in Teotihuacan murals, often referred to as the Great Goddess. According to scholars such as Esther Pasztory, this figure is shown head-on, with a large headdress, and is associated with fertility, water, and abundance. The Great Goddess represents early Mesoamerican concepts of female divinity, combining rulership, life-giving power, and connections to nature. In Coatlicue Transformed, Herrán reflects the visual style of Teotihuacan. The goddess stands at the center, emphasized by her upright posture, and is surrounded by figures that create a sense of community rather than isolation. Herrán does not copy Teotihuacan art directly, but he borrows its composition to show a continuous connection across time. This links Mexico's indigenous history from Teotihuacan through the Aztec Empire to the post-revolutionary period. By blending these traditions, Herrán shows that indigenous heritage is not fragmented or static, it is dynamic, layered, and deeply woven into Mexican identity. Herrán's use of Aztec and Teotihuacan elements is more than a stylistic choice. It also has cultural and political meaning. In the early 20th century, many Mexican artists wanted to make indigenous art central to national identity. Herrán shows that ancient symbols can be adapted and reinterpreted for modern purposes. By presenting Coatlicue as both ancient and modern, he challenges the idea that pre-Hispanic imagery belongs only to the past. The painting encourages viewers to think about how sacred symbols change over time and how history, memory, and identity are connected. Herrán does not give clear answers, but creates a space to reflect on how heritage and identity are constantly evolving. When considered alongside the original Aztec Coatlicue and Teotihuacan imagery, Coatlicue Transformed is more than a painting. It is a dialogue between past and present. Herrán does not replace the goddess, but revitalizes her, extending her cultural legacy into modern Mexico. The painting illustrates how indigenous imagery can evolve and remain meaningful, showing that the past continues to shape identity, culture, and memory today.